Hello and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Vegas 24 early prelims. I'm going to do the early prelims here. Last week, oh man, I forgot. I did good last week. I always forget to do the recap of last week. How's that ice cream? Good. Last week I went 8-5. Not bad.
I have ice cream.
Not bad. Jordan Griffin was my first loss. That was I think that was kind of a robbery. But so be it. I'm not a judge. Then Jack Shore's good. Oh, that Jargis Donho, right? That one. That was surprised a lot of people. I you know what? I knew it when I saw the weigh-ins. I was like, this guy Donho, even though he's a big mystery, like nobody, he looks a lot better. He looks like in better shape than Yorgan De Castro. Anyway, and then I had another close one that, Ignacio Bahamondes.
Your head's kind of cut off.
What? My head's cut off?
No, it's good.
Ignacio Bahamondes is another one I got wrong, incorrect. Aside from that, I went good. Oh, and then finally the Mike Perry loss and Sam Alvey. So what I said? Oh yeah, 8-5. So there you go. Still not bad overall. Some parlays panned out for me. That was good. My live stream parlay did not though because Bahamondes was the third leg of it. Anyway, let's get on with this. We've got the curtain opener is the bantamweight bout between Tony Gravely and Anthony Birchak El Toro. Okay, Tony Gravely is coming in with a record of 20-6 as a professional. Big 3-1 favorite here. Minus 330 is what the bookies have him at. Okay, he's taking on Anthony El Toro Burchak, 15-7 as a professional. He's a plus 270 underdog. Okay, the rounds are set at 2.5. Either way, over or under, you're paying a little bit of juice. Over is minus 105, under is minus 125.
You mean money?
Yeah, well, it's all money, but when I say paying juice, that's what you're paying to live. You have to pay $105.
That's a lot of money.
Or $10.50 to win $10. When I pay juice, that means you have to pay a little extra to make. This is a lot of juice. Minus 330. That means you have to pay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, $33 to win $10. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Don't ever do a bet like that. Parlay piece, maybe. But anyway, that's when you have to name the round and method. Well, method, round would be good too. Or one.
My tooth.
Yeah. All right, so Tony Gravely, he trains at American Top Team. He's coming off a win against Geraldo de Freitas, a split decision win. He's got, before that though, he was submitted by Brett Johns by rear naked choke. Tony Gravely is a phenomenal wrestler. You might not know. He went to Appalachian State. When he was in high school in Virginia, he went 3 years undefeated. 3 years undefeated as a high school wrestler.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. Then he went to Appalachian State, D1, went to the NCAA tournament finals for his weight class twice in his career. However, he lost in the finals both times. Anyway, don't sleep on the wrestling of Tony Gravely. He's definitely got great wrestling. His opponent, Anthony Birchak, is coming off a loss against Gustavo Lopez by rear naked choke. He trains out of 10th Planet in Tucson. 10th Planet, like I said, has 38 locations.
I had music class today.
Oh, neat. The one that in Tucson, the fight. Why are you giving me that look for? The fighters listed on Tapology. There's only 2 girls, him and two females, and they both are fighting in the combate.
Girls.
Females. I don't know of their ages. So they might be girls, they might be women. What are you, a girl or a woman?
I'm a baby.
That's right, you're a baby. Get out of here. Okay, so, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, okay? Alright, let's get on with these cappers. Take in Tony Gravely. We've got Knit Cap Guru, MMA Guru. The one with the knit cap from the UK. He is saying TKO in the 3rd round for Gravely. He thinks Gravely is one of the most underrated fighters in the MMA, or UFC, I'm sorry. And I tend to agree with him. I think he's very good. Also taking Gravely, the favorite. We've got It's Your Boy, Ebays. That's right. Ebays. Nora knows It's Your Boy. It's your boy Ebays. He's saying by decision. Then we've got Schroeder, MMA bet.
Chocolate syrup in this.
Yeah, I bet. That looks like a delicious ice cream cone you got there. Schroeder, he does not have a bet, but in his video, links are in the description to all these cappers, of course. He had it, his pick was Gravely round 3. So, there you go. Then we've got King of Crackdowns, K of C. He's also saying Gravely.
Yellow paper.
What? Because that's the legal pad. My notebook, my paper that I use. It's a pad. You know how I do it. I rip them off. I don't like the ones with the holes in the side, the binder paper, because the holes mess up the. I write information through the whole paper. Look at, even where the holes would be. You know? That's why. Okay?
But what if you just used white blank paper?
I like the lines. Keeps it organized. Lined paper. Okay. And finally, to make this it is a full capper consensus. Tell them what the full capper consensus is, and I'll tell who the capper is. Go ahead.
The full capper consensus is when I any capper.
Into the camera, not on the side.
It's when
Look at the
I
camera.
any capper.
Pick
one
the same
team
side. One team
or one person.
One person or one team. They're all picking the same side. And to complete this, we've got the Parlay Punch. The Parlay Punch guys, Matt and Josh. By the way, Matt and Josh went on a full capper consensus for every single one of their fights they agreed on. Some of them, they had different methods of victory, but they did agree on every single fight on this card, which is kind of unprecedented. But hey, whatever. The Parlay Punch, they're both saying by decision for Gravely. So, there you have it. Full capper consensus. I'll do the dance. Full capper consensus. Throw some lucky pearls
Out of this hand.
out of that hand. Throw in the pearls.
Ice cream.
You know,
Ice cream.
Props for that dance. Full copyright. That dance belongs to Pearl of Wisdom. He made that dance.
Ice cream.
Well, don't do that. You'll get it on the camera. Okay. My pick here, I'm also going with the wrestler, Gravely, to get this done. I think he will probably get it done by decision. That's how wrestlers just maintain control, and you know, he might be able to slip in like a submission or something, or maybe striking, but he's a wrestler. I think he's gonna win it by control time. If it stands up, like I said, Anthony Birchak has a 3-inch height and 1-inch reach advantage, so you would imagine stand-up is Birchak has a little bit of the advantage, but minus 330. Ugh, gross. So I'm taking him Gravely by decision.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that is. That's a stupid bet to make that straight up. Parlay piece, that's fine. Or prop it out. You have to prop it out, at least say the method. Okay, moving on. Next we have...
That's a lot of money too.
It's all a lot of money to you. It's actually nothing to you because Daddy buys you everything. Okay. Next we have the female bantamweight fight between Zara Fern and Josiane Nunes. No relation to Amanda Nunes, but she is from Brazil. Okay. Zara Fern from fighting out of France. Her gym is called Platinum, but Tapology, I could not click it to see if anybody fought there. Zara Infinite is her nickname. Fairn. She's coming off back-to-back losses. She's got a loss to Felicia Spencer, a pretty good opponent, by knockout, ground and pound. And before that, she lost to Megan Anderson, which is fine, except for those by submission, triangle choke.
Do you mean by infinite punches?
No, her nickname is Infinite.
Ah.
And she is also take to note, she's dropping down to, this is a bantamweight fight. Bantamweight is 135 pounds. She's dropping down from featherweight. 146 pounds was her last recorded weight. So keep an eye on those scales coming weigh in. All right. Now, Josiane Nunes, Josie Nunes. She is coming off a win. This is her UFC debut. So she's coming off a win against Kezia Zabanik. She knocked her out in the second round. I forget what promotion that is. I want to say it's probably, it's definitely, it's a Brazilian promotion. You know what? I read it earlier. I forgot though. She also, her one loss, she's where are we? 7-1. Nunes. That one loss came to Taylor Santos. You guys know her. And that was in 2013. So this girl hasn't lost since 2013. Okay, let's get throwing some stuff up here. Okay, Fairn, she fights at a place called Striker's House in Brazil. There's no, open up Tapology, there's no women listed. 16 male fighters, and they're all like Combate or, you know, one of those lesser promotions. Here we go. We're going to start with the favorite. Nunes is the favorite, minus 135. Fairn, the underdog at plus 115. So the bookies got this kind of closer than I think it should be. So we'll start here with both the boys from Parlay Punch. Matt and Josh are taking Nunes. By the way, what did they promote today? Oh man, that sucks. Matt was drinking Coronas from Josh's cousin, left him there or something. They look like Coronas. He didn't show the label or anything. He just, Josh goes, "What you drinking?" Matt goes, "I don't know, your cousin left it." And it looked like a Corona bottle. And then Josh wasn't even drinking. He was promoting P3 packs, which is the portable protein powerful pack, or I don't mean, it's those, you know, has like nuts, meat, and cheese in it. Little protein pack. You get them at gas stations, get them anywhere. But he didn't even open one up and eat it. And another reason Matt is drinking Coronas, I think, is because at the end of the video, Matt was craving tacos for some reason. Coincidence? I think not. But anyway, the Parlay Punch, both of them taking Josie Nunes. Okay, we've got Schroeder. Schroeder is making a small bet on Nunes. He thinks she's going to do it by TKO. He's not alone on that, because so does MMA Guru. Guru also says TKO. And, oh, I'm sensing a trend because so does It's Your Boy eBay's. eBay's, he's saying TKO in the second round. He's even getting more plus money. Second. And finally, not making it a consensus, we have a contrarian pick. We have the king of crackdowns. 50.95. I think it's 50.95. It's got numbers. King crackdowns 50.95 is taking Fairn by decision. I really don't know why. Fairn is 34. And Nunes, Josie Nunes is 27. So, interesting. King of Crackdowns having the contrarian pick here. I will side with the Brazilian here to beat the French woman. And she does come from a strike. She fights out of a place called Striker's House. And you know what? There was a female fighter in Striker's House that fought like 2 MMA fights, both in combate. But she's got like 8 fights as a boxer out of the school. Man, I didn't write the name down too. I was going to. Am I thinking of the right female fight? I could be totally wrong, but I think I want to say I'm right. Or it could be the Cortez fight though. I don't want to misspeak because I didn't write it down. But I think there's a boxer that fought in combate. She fought like 2 fights MMA. But if you look at her topology, she's got like 8 like she's in regular boxing. She's got 2 belts on in her picture. And yeah, anyway, you know, sometimes I hit the topology and I'll see these fighters and I'll just go like down a rabbit hole a little bit I'll end up 4 fighters away from the original fighter I was looking at. I'm like, who's this? Oh, who's that? Oh, look, they fought this person. Oh, and it just goes bang, 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 bang. Kind of like 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. You know how one person you can almost do that with fighters, like definitely in the professional level. Oh, they fought so-and-so who fought this person who fought. That's when you get MMA math, which does not work. It's proven to not work. You can't rely on MMA math, meaning you can't take a person that... you can't take somebody just because they beat somebody that the other person lost to. MMA math doesn't work. I can't explain it, but you know what I mean. For those who bet. Okay, Josie Nunes. I got her winning. Now all these people would think by TKO, but man, it is popular too. 1, 2, 3, all by TKO. And Parlay Punch, I didn't really. You know, I'm gonna do it too. TKO. She does come from a striking background. Yeah, Striker's House. That's where she trains at. Striker's House. And this Zara Fern, she shouldn't even be in the UFC, I don't think. I mean, I don't even think she's beaten anybody. She's 6-4, and I looked at the women that she did beat were all regional, and I think they were cans, meaning they had bad records. So, finally, we get to middleweight fight between GM3 Gerald Meerschaert and the Butcher Bartos Fabinski, the Butcher. Anyway, this which was weird is some of these, if you look at older cards, they had this set as the main card, a main card event. I've seen it up even close to the co-main, but now it's headlining the prelims. So anyway, no, it's not headlining the prelims. Man, I am so messed. This is what happens when I do too much research. I start getting fights mixed up. Anyway, doesn't matter. GM3, Gerald Meerschaert, 31-14, veteran, obviously. Taking on Bartos Fabinski, 15-3. Bartos Fabinski is the favorite here at -130. Meerschaert, a slight underdog at +110. Okay. Meerschaert, his last fight was that, he lost to Khamzat Chimaev by a right cross, 17 seconds in the first round. That's when Chimaev was like, hey, I'm a real deal, but then COVID made him retire early. But Gerald Meerschaert, before that, he's got lost to Ian Heinisch, round 1, ground and pound. So he's coming off 2 bad losses. He does fight out of, I heard he's a coach over at Rufus Sport. On Tapology, it had him listed as Aguilar Combative Systems. But then you click it and it says, out of business. So, but on, I want to say maybe James Lynch or one of these capper shows, they said he's a coach at Rufus Sport. And I believe it because he does fight out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, he's got, Gerald Meerschaert's also got a 2.5-inch reach advantage and a 1-inch height advantage over Bartos Fabinski. Bartos Fabinski, the favorite, 15-4. The Butcher is coming off a loss himself, armbar submission round 1 to Andre Nunes. However, he does have a nice win over the dentist Darren Stewart. That was during Cage Warriors, and that was unanimous decision. Fabinski fights out of the WCA fight team in Warsaw, Poland. He is he's one of the coaches there. Fighting out of there is Jan Blachowicz. You guys know him, champ. And just a bunch of regional fighters out of KSW in Poland and the Belarus absolute champ Akhmat, which is another regional scene. A lot of guys out of there. Anyway, let's see what these cappers have to say. We'll start with the favorite, Bartos Fabinski. We've got Schroeder. No bet here, but he is taking, if you had to take a side, he's taking Fabinski by decision. We have Fabinski, one of the coaches at WCA Fight Team. Meerschaert, one of the coaches at Rufus Sport. 31-14, 15-4. Their ages, I did not write them down. Crap. I think they're, my bad, but I don't think it plays a big role here. I think they're close. Within a few years of each other, I do believe. Okay, Meerschaert, taking him. We've got King of Crackdowns. KFC, he's saying TKO in the second. Then jumping back to Fabinski, we've got MMA Parlay, or not, did I almost say MMA Parlay King? Man, sorry. MMA Guru is saying Fabinski by decision. Then, man, this marker sucks too. Here we go. Then we got Itchy Boy. eBay's also taking Meerschaert by decision. And for the tiebreaker, we've got Parlay Punch, Matt and Josh. Oh, Matt and Josh asked for like for next week's pay-per-view, they want some recommendations on some good liquor to drink. I put in their comments, try something from the Crown Royal family of liquors. I think they got like 15 different flavors, varieties. like vanilla, maple, apple. Apple's one of my favorites. They also got like peach, the original, of course. They have all sorts of different. They have a black. I don't know, but they got like 15. Crown Royal is a big. I like Crown and ginger. That's what I drink sometimes. Lunchtimes. I used to have lunch every Monday and Friday out. Now it's sporadic. It's not as much with my new job, but occasionally when I do, I still get a little Crown and ginger. Okay, so anyway, tiebreaker. Both the Parlay Punch guys are saying Meerschaert by submission. Parlay Punch. Both of them submission. And I don't know. This is a tough one for me. My gut, before, you know, like who's the greasy? Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy the Greek. I didn't mean greasy, but he is kind of. But Jimmy the Greek, he said when you're picking fights, there's 3 models. You got your first model is your first instinct pick, kind of like what's it, James Lynch. He says, I'm going off just by memory stats and personal bias and all that, and just instinct. That's first model pick. Okay, that's your instinct pick. And then your second model pick is after you've been doing research and you look at some tape and you start to determine who you think's better. That's your second model pick. Now you might be sticking with your first model pick, or you might flip at that time. And then finally, the last factor is how they look at weigh-ins. That's your third model. After the weigh-ins and the face-offs, after watching that, you take your 3 models. And if you like the same guy in each model, that's probably worth a bet. If you have doubts, don't place your bet. That's kind of like a quick nutshell. He was on one of back with Clint on one of those, you know, odds shows. Wonder what Clint's gonna do now. He's at Pub Sports Radio. I wonder if he's gonna still have guests like Jim, like the Greek. Anyway, Johnny the Greek. Is right, yeah, Gianni the Greek. Anyway, I'm taking my first model pick when I've been, you know, looking at the research. I still got to go with Bartos Fabinski. I know, going against the cappers, and I'm taking the favorite too. I like plus money, but I think Meerschaert's kind of. Coming off a loss, right? Yeah, 2 of them in a row. I think he's on a downhill skid. I know Fabinski's coming off a loss too, but I don't know. Something's just telling me he's going to get it, and he's going to get it done by decision. I'm cool with that. You cool with that? Well, it doesn't matter. Because I'm the one, it's my bet slip, so whatever. Anyway, to recap! Man, you can't even get the energy to come in here. Time check. We've got, Tony Gravely beating Anthony Burchak by decision with the full capper consensus here. Everybody's picking them. And then with the majority of the cappers, I'm going with Josie Nunes. I got her beating Zara Fern. Zara Fern. I got her knocking her out too. TKO or ground and pound or something. She's gonna get in it. If I have to call a round, I'm gonna say probably round 1. Yeah. And finally, I've got Bartos Fabinski against the capper majority, even though the majority of the cappers, these guys are a pair too. Both of them said Meerschaert by sub. I don't know. Something about that Polish coaching. He coaches Jan Blachowicz. You know, he coaches Jan Blachowicz. You know. So there you have it. Gather the info. place those bets and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Give me that big thumbs up. Feel free to put in the comments who you think's going to win these fights. I like seeing other opinions. I will take another last look, obviously, closer to fight toward the end of the week. I'm not sure if we're going to do it Friday night or Saturday morning. I think these are later this weekend, and they're going against that boxing match between Ben Askren and the Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Who cares? I think that's all novelty. That's how I look at it. I'm not even gonna bother. I don't care. If Ben Askren loses, he's a disgrace. anyway, I'll be watching this, not that. So, yeah. Oh, go ahead and, you know what? Share this. Share this with other people. I never say share. I always say leave a like and a comment. Hit the bell if you want. Never say share. Sharing's nice. Sharing is caring. Anyway, good luck on these bets. I'm going to parlay all these. You know how I do it. Good luck on these bets. I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode.